The city of Seattle, home for many of the unlimited hydroplanes all year round. Unlimited hydroplane racing, the only major league sport until the baseball, football, and basketball teams came about. The famous Space Needle, a memory of years ago World Fair, still stands with this proud city. Architecture, you bet. The Kingdome, home of the Mariners in baseball, the Seahawks in football. On Puget Sound, the constant movement of ferries to go back from the islands to the mainland. This is Seattle in the great Northwest. Sidewalk cafes, a taste of the old, a blend of the new. This is Seattle, Washington, with the beautiful Cascade Mountains in the background. Around 300,000 fans around this 2-mile oval on Lake Washington here in Seattle. Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Hendrick, along with Dick Crippen. And, Dick, we've got a field of 16 that have qualified out of 17 boats on hand.
And, Jim, we have to remind everybody, this is a very deceiving course out here. The water looks very smooth from the shoreline, but when you get out there are a lot of holes in the water out there. These boats will tend to get very light, and with the speed of this field, we've got to be on our wares at all times.
They have to watch now that the propeller combinations, the skid fin combinations, they've gone now from the last race, 2.5-mile oval, down to a 2-mile oval. The turns will be tighter, the chutes will be shorter.
And I think we have to remember, too, a lot of these guys are from the Seattle area, and they'd like to make a good showing in front of these hometown fans.
No doubt about it. We've got quite a show for you, so stay tuned. We'll be back with all the action from the Budweiser Cup here in Seattle after this timeout. Limited cab wasn't enough. Bill Wooster is a glutton for punishment, but you got your son in this one.
I sure do. It's his opportunity to get out there and give his old man a run for his money.
Okay, now you got Todd Yali in the boat, but of course, your first inclination has to be that the Pringles goes because you're fighting for the High Point Championship.
That's right. Pringles is my boat. It's my interest, and that's the boat that's going to win the race, and that's the boat that we're going to get the World Championship with.
But you wouldn't mind if your son was up there, too?
As long as he's behind us.
Here's a good look at Jeff presents Mr. Pringles. It's Bill Worcester's boat as it gets ready for Heat 1A. Here's your lineup. U3 is the Seco Aviation Fuels Mitch Evans, the driver of that boat. Also the U4 Pocket Savers Plus, Stephen David. The U8 Mr. Pringles, we've been talking about that boat. Scott Pierce, the driver. Alan Bordermeyer's Mistro Light, the U9 Wheeler Baker driving, the U11 US West Cellular, Todd Yarling is behind the wheel of that boat, the U21, the Eliminator out of Florida, Micky Franklin.
And the action is about to start here in Heat 1A. Pocket Savers with Steve David takes the inside, Seco Aviation Fuel in lane 2, Stro Light lane 3, US West Cellular, and on the outside, Mr. Pringles as they come down, Dick Crippen, to the start of this race.
Looks like they're a little bit early. Now you can see the rooster tails are starting to kick up. Look at the boats on the outside, especially the turbine boats. That's Cellular West right there in the center of your screen, and he's really kicking up the rooster tail high on the start. The gun sounds, and off they go. Leading it into the turn will be Seco Aviation Fuel. Cellular West is on the outside. It looks like it's going to be a battle for first place as they come out of the first turn. Now, the interesting thing is Pringles got a late start. He looked about 5th in the start. Look at him move up. Scotty Pierce is already pushing that turbine engine boat up through the field.
He's trying to catch the number 2 boat, the US West Cellular, and of course, Mitch Evans, a surprising leader in the Seco Aviation Fuel as they go down to corner number 3, turn 2 on lap 1 of Heat 1A.
So all eyes are on the Seattle driver, Scott Pierce. There he goes by West Cellular and just blows right by him. He's going to come up even Steven on the outside as they come out of the corner. There's Pringles on the outside, left hand of your screen. West Cellular is far from out of it at this point. Scott Pierce in Jeff presents Mr. Pringles trying to grab the lead away from Seco Aviation Fuels. And Jim, there he goes, a beautiful job of driving.
He has moved from 5th place up to 1st in less than 1 lap and has done 112 plus mile an hour in rough water on this 2-mile oval in doing so.
As a matter of fact, as he came by on the outside of Seco Aviation Fuels, he did get a little bit light. He lifted both sponsons off at the same time. That can be a kind of scary experience. Look at the battle for second going on. That's West Cellular getting a little light out there. He had to back it down, and Seco Aviation came back up on the outside. Here is a boat going out, Pocket Savers Plus, Steve David.
And taking over in his position is the Stro Light with Wheeler Baker. Here's your leader, Mr. Pringles, fighting some rough water because of the spectator log boom where the waves come right back at you. And Scott Pierce looking for 400 points at a first place finish. He's going to get it. The checker flag is out.
And look at this boat come down. He's holding it beautifully on the water. He had that one point in the entire race where he got both sponsons out of the water, but he brought it right back down, and here he comes home the winner. JIF presents Mr. Pringles, Scott Pierce, the driver.
From Lake Chelan, the second-place finisher, Mitch Evans and Seco Aviation Fuel gave it a battle for quite a while. High attrition, only the Mr. Pringles and the Seco Aviation managed to finish this race, and here are your results.